Hi, choir. So I'm just going to go through a warm up, the kind of thing I would do at the beginning of a lesson, or the kind of thing I would do if I was warming up to do a performance. And it's really kind of like it isn't something I would do like 10 minutes before I left the house. It's something that I would do over the course of the day, and it can be broken down. So if you kind of do some of it throughout the day, you just gradually warming your voice up. So first of all, and you can do kind of humming at any time you want to. I think it's quite useful to just, as you're going around the house, you know, doing the washing up, whatever, just sort of hum into yourself. Also in the car, but just be aware that you're not kind of pushing it over the sound of the engine. So because that can, you know, that can give you slightly artificial idea of how hard you're working. So first of all, I just kind of start by grounding myself, thinking about my feet, connection to the floor. Obviously, this is all stuff we've done at choir. So thinking about connection to the floor and just checking that I'm not sort of really sort of bracing my legs, that they're kind of soft. They don't have to be bent, but just kind of soft, hips loose. And then do a little tension check from head to foot or from toes upwards, just thinking about whereabouts in your body you might have some tension, because any tension that you have will affect your breathing and therefore affect your singing. So it's usually, in my case, shoulders and neck, so I'll roll them, but you know, it might be different for you. And I might just do a little tilt of the head to one side to the other, or look over my shoulder and maybe do a very small rainbow going up and back again. For me, but it might be different for you. I like to shake out the arms, shake out the body, and put some sound on that, just like we do at the warm-ups in choir. Stretching's great. You know our lovely moan that we do. Anything that connects with the lower part of your voice first. Even a little bit of vocal fry is really, really useful. It's always good to start with the low part of your voice and keep that connected. I then would maybe go on to mouth and tongue, so a bit of a chew, sending the tongue round, like we've done before, that kind of thing, both ways. Having a proper chew, stretching out the face a little bit, yawning. It's always really, really good. And then just starting to engage the whole body. So remind yourself of your connection to your feet, remind yourself of that whole body connection. And then starting to vocalize. Like I said, humming is great, starting with a low hum and then gradually going up. Starting with a sort of hum siren. Conduct yourself if you want, like I did last night at choir. Whatever you want to do. All this is doing is just basically warming up the vocal cords. That's all it's doing, and getting them used to. When you hum or sing low, the vocal cords move slower, and when you go very high, the opposite. They go fast. So it's just getting them to move just like you would any other part of your body. To engage the core now, I might start doing lip trills. And now I know some of you struggle with lip trills, so it is possible to do a tongue roll instead and go, but I prefer to do the lip trill, and you can do it like this, or you can just do it face softly. I might go if you need to. If you can't do them, it really is worth trying to learn, because you will feel a connection, pelvic floor connection with your abs. It's a really useful way to do it. And also, you know, we talked about last night about not going flat. That kind of work will all really, really help. The other thing I like to do just for posture is this thing we've done before at choir, where I take the hands to the middle there and then just open them up. That just lengthens up the spine a little bit without getting tight. You're just opening up a little bit. So we've done some sirening, some lip trills. You engage in the core a little bit, and then you can start to sort of sing little snatches of whatever song it is. You can do it really quietly and then sort of gradually build it up. That thing I did last night about sending it into the corners is really good distraction because it stops you from listening too hard to your own voice, and instead you're concentrating on going into different areas of the room, which is a really good tip for performers for tomorrow, for next week. And then I might just practice my vowels. So instead of A, E, I, O, U, I tend to do E, E, R, O, U. So I might go A, O, A, O, or higher and higher and higher, however you want to do it. But that's a really nice way of just sort of noticing what you do when you do an or an E, bringing it into here. That can be really powerful. R is harder because you open the back of the throat. Ah, and all the time you think about where your tongue is, whether it's sort of tucked behind your teeth here, ah, or whether it's kind of like blocking the sound at the back. So you want it to be sort of a bit forward and tuck behind the teeth. Oh, rather than O, and then ooh, ooh. That's going to be lovely higher. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's a really nice sound, particularly for sopranos, to get the sound forward. Ooh, and you can make it as quiet as you like, and it'll still cut through. Ooh. Really useful. But then another big yawn. Lovely big shake, and just make sure that you can sort of feel the energy in your body. And what I like to do for that is just turn up my toes, and that usually sends a little bit of energy up my body. So I hope there's some tips on this warm-up that I've given you. I've whistled through it, but if you want to take your time and do different sections of it throughout the day, that would be really good. And I will see you at